Friends, this week's Torah portion is Kedoshim. Kedoshim, meaning holiness or to be holy. In this Torah portion, God is commanding us to be holy. And what does that mean? What does it mean to be holy? What exactly does that mean? Within Parashat Kedoshim, there are 51 commandments just in this week's Torah portion. 13 of these commandments are what we call positive commandments, meaning you will do this. And 38 of the commandments in this portion are negative commandments. You will not do that. And of the 613 commandments found throughout our entire Torah, some of the most charitable and thoughtful commandments are found right here in Kedoshim. For example, the commandment, you shall not pick your vineyards bare or gather the fallen fruit of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and the stranger. It's a beautiful example of how to be kind to people who cannot provide for themselves. Or another example, you shall not insult the deaf, nor place a stumbling block before the blind. Think about it. Basically means be a mensch. This Torah portion, Kedoshim, contains perhaps one of the most compelling phrases in the entire Torah. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. I've been thinking about this phrase a lot lately. Actually, I'm thinking about it all the time, every day. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. It sounds like an easy commandment to follow, but is it? I had an interesting week this week. It was interesting. It was a challenging week. It was a week where so many moments and events came together, causing me to feel as if I had been swept up in some sort of an emotional tornado. This past Sunday evening, May 5th, I drove to Kent State University in order to listen to a performance of Ernest Bloch's Sacred Service. I've always wanted to hear the piece performed live, and finally, the opportunity was at hand. Kent State's 60-piece orchestra and 120 voices of the choir were absolutely exquisite. But it was the evening soloist, Cantor Vlad Lapin, yes, the Cantor of Fairmont Temple, the Cantor that I will have the privilege of co-cantoring with here at Congregation Mishkan Or beginning in July. It was Cantor Lapin who had me captivated throughout the 55-minute piece. His voice and his overall presentation was magnificent and glorious. And this is where that emotional tornado I described a moment ago began to swirl. As I sat listening to Cantor Lapin express the liturgy of our people in such an expressive and moving way, accompanied by all of these skilled musicians, on the eve of Yom HaShoah, the evening marking Holocaust Remembrance Day, in an auditorium at Kent State University the day after May 4th, 54 years ago, the Kent State shootings, where students peacefully protested against the Vietnam War, and the tragic results that day saw the deaths of 4 innocent students. As all of this was flowing through my soul, there was this moment when I looked up at this awesome choir, 120 singers, and I noticed that while all of them were dressed in what we call concert black, the men dressed in black button-down shirts, I noticed one young man wearing a shirt that had some white lettering on it. I squinted my eyes so I could see the writing on his shirt, and there it was, spelled out, "Not in our name. Not in our name." My heart sank. You see, I know this t-shirt. I've seen it at many anti-Israel rallies, and the people usually wearing the shirt are Jewish. The front of the shirt says, "Not in our name," and the back of the shirt, at least since October 7th, says, "Jews say, ceasefire now." It's his right. He's allowed to wear his shirt, but still, In that moment, with that gorgeous music surrounding me on Yom HaShoah at Kent State University, my heart sank. I too wear a t-shirt. Mine reads, "Bring them home now." That's what my shirt says. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Kedoshim, to be holy. I'm struggling, and this commandment for me at this moment in history, this moment in our history, it's not easy. Driving around this week in my car, enjoying these hopeful hints of spring, I was keenly aware of the houses I was passing and the flags that were flying from these homes. You know, flags are a very interesting item. They can evoke certain emotions. Some of us delight or cringe if we see a house displaying a flag of either the Ohio State University or the University of Michigan. Many of us around these parts fly a Cleveland Browns flag starting in September, while others display a flag of some other football team that is close to Youngstown, but actually located in Pennsylvania. And you know what? It's all okay. A little college pride, some loyalty to your hometown team is totally kosher. The flags in this chapel, I feel comforted by these flags, and I'm very proud to be in their presence every Shabbat. While I may disagree at times with the decisions made by these two great nations, I will always be a Jew who is a proud and patriotic American, as well as a proud Zionist who will always support and stand with Israel and her right to defend herself against those who seek to destroy her. Since October 7th, I've been looking at flags in a very different way. There's a house just behind CVS. You might know this house. It's on Brainerd near Chagrin. And on this front lawn flies a huge Israeli flag. I drive by this house and this flag, and I feel a sense of comfort. Across the street from this house and 4 houses down, there's another house. And that house flies 2 Palestinian flags. When I drive past this house, I feel discomfort. It's their right, but it causes me to feel deeply unsettled. Unsettled and maybe a little bit fearful. It's the way I have felt a handful of times when I have seen firsthand in person a Confederate flag or a flag with a swastika. Makes me feel deeply unsettled and very worried. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Some of you may have received a handout when you came in. And I want to share with you that a few weeks ago, my husband and I went out to dinner with Rabbi Dadoon and her husband, Joe Naroditsky. We went to a really nice restaurant near the West Side Market. The hostess, a young woman, probably in her mid-20s, she was friendly, very attractive, blonde hair, fair-skinned. As this young lady began to seat the 4 of us, I noticed she was wearing a necklace. The chain bore a pendant in the shape of the state of Israel, but it was covered in the colors of the Palestinian flag. I'm making sure our friends watching on the live stream can see this. That's what her pendant looked like. Not okay. Not okay by me. I did not feel discomfort. I felt disgust. Flying a flag, as comfortable or uncomfortable as it might make you or me feel upon seeing it, it's a flag. When I see someone flying the Palestinian flag in our country, I really don't know if they are supporting the Palestinian people or if they are demonstrating their hatred for Israel and the Jewish people. And sadly, right now, I believe it's the latter. The necklace this young adult was wearing was not a flag. It was a call to erase Israel from existing. It is a message which continues to reinforce that Israel and her inhabitants do not have a right to exist. It is a call for the annihilation of a country and a people. I'm still really angry with myself for not saying anything. I didn't say anything to this person in that moment, and I should have asked her. I should have said, "Excuse me, that necklace you're wearing, what does it mean?" I believe she would not have been able to answer the question accurately, because I'm sure she believes her necklace is helping Palestinians and the people of Gaza. Does she know that her necklace calls for the death of Israel? I don't know. I Googled this necklace. Where does one find such an item? So I typed in Israel pendant Palestinian flag, and something came up on Walmart.com for $19.98. I scrolled through other options, and I came across another lovely treasure. This pendant. It looks like the Eiffel Tower within a circular area. There's something in the middle of the Eiffel Tower right here, and it's very interesting. There's a map of what looks like to me Israel, but it does not say Israel. There's a red area on the map, and it says Gaza, and then there are other areas in black. It's really hard to see what it says. I could make out it said Southern District. I saw the city of Beersheba. I saw the city of Jerusalem, and I saw the West Bank. The rest of the areas, I wasn't quite sure what it said. Now, friends, I'm not accusing Walmart of anything. I'm sharing with you that the item is named on Walmart's site. It's not Walmart that makes the item, it's another company, but Walmart carries it. And this is how it's advertised. This item, this Eiffel Tower with Gaza and the map of what I would call Israel, but others will not, it's labeled as this: Israel map and Gaza Strip country location pattern, antique bronze Eiffel Tower necklace, a bargain at $14.98. I want to read for you the description of this piece of jewelry, and I want you to think about what's going on in the world today. Here's what it says about this necklace. Introducing our exquisite Eiffel Tower pendant necklace, crafted with high-quality materials for a timeless piece that will make hearts flutter. Made of stainless steel and adorned with an antique bronze plating, this necklace is the epitome of elegance and sophistication. The pendant itself showcases the iconic Eiffel Tower, perfectly capturing the charm and allure of Paris. Whether it's a casual outing with friends or a sophisticated evening event, this necklace will add a touch of refinement to every ensemble. Looking for a gift that symbolizes love and romance? Look no further. This pendant necklace, with its enchanting Eiffel Tower design, is the perfect present for a loved one. Show your affection and make them feel special with this elegant and meaningful token of love. The attractive presentation makes it an excellent choice for any special occasion. This necklace is the epitome of grace and beauty, offering a stylish accessory for women of all ages. Elevate your style and capture hearts with this stunning Eiffel Tower pendant necklace. Order now and let the magic of Paris be with you wherever you go. And there it is. There it is. It hit me. In this advertisement, in this description of this item, there's no mention of Israel. There's no mention of Hamas, no mention of Gaza or Palestinians. This necklace, something that to most people would seem so harmless. This necklace has managed to tie things up in a neat little bow so that the person wearing this necklace, or the other necklace I showed you with the Palestinian flag covering the state of Israel, the wearer of this jewelry may actually believe they are doing something to help the people of Gaza. They are not. And in thinking about the protesters on college campuses across our country, in thinking about these neighbors who we are supposed to love as ourselves, here is the difficult, almost impossible challenge. Our neighbors are wearing these necklaces and those t-shirts. They are waving their flags and holding up many signs. And some of these signs are really thoughtful. And many of these signs are hate-filled. Signs that demand, Jews, go back to Poland. We see from the candles lit tonight, that didn't work out so well for our people. Or signs that say, we love Hamas. Really? God has commanded us, all of us, v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. If you were ever uncertain or doubting if our Torah is relevant in today's society, you may want to reconsider your uncertainty. On this Shabbat, as we remember 6 million who were murdered, on this Shabbat, as we prepare for Yom HaZikaron next week, the day that we remember the fallen soldiers of Israel, and also the following day, Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's Independence Day, let us, while we still have so many questions that go unanswered, let us pray that the words offered in our Torah portion this week will strengthen us, will help us to love our neighbor as ourselves, and will bring us closer to peace. Am Yisrael Chai. Amen.